In this video, I will tell you how every league coach guru has been wrong about in-game chat and how you can actually use chat to significantly boost your team's chances of winning. A little bit about myself. Recently, I hit Masters for the first time ever with a 60% win rate and 100 ping. I play on EOS servers while myself being an NA. And to answer your question, yes, it's because EOS lobbies are better. Okay, what are the actual benefits of using the league chat system? Let's start with defensive chat. What are we defending? The answer is your team's mental. Very often in League, you will get a mentally boomed teammate who is actively trying to make your team lose, whether through random flaming or straight up griefing, and the most common League guru's response to that is to mute chat and go on with your game. But I'm here to tell you that by doing this, you are leaving your human teammates in great danger. Inters are specialized in mental attacks. Anyone not prepared can be easily influenced by them, which will harm their performance in game. So how do you deal with this? First, you need to find the creatures. 1 in 5 League players are creatures, a stat I completely made up, but from my experience, it's true. At the beginning of the game, creatures will still resemble humans, but as the game goes on, they will slowly reveal themselves, and it's important to pick up on the clues early on. It all starts in champ select. If your ADC hovers Samira and types Pref, Nautilus, or Thresh, that's a pretty big red flag. Let's say your support mains Enchanters. It's obviously much better for your team if they pick that, rather than them first timing a champ, just to fit your preference. That should be obvious to humans, but creatures aren't aware of that. In the first 5 minutes, a lot of lanes begin to show winners and losers. If any of your laners die and then instantly type Riot or yeah that's fair, or any variation of a code message, all your alarm bells should be going off. The game has been out for 15 years, and blaming the game instead of yourself is a very bad sign. A very common situation in League is when every player on your team is winning except for one laner, and that one laner types FF15 after dying. This is the biggest red flag out of all of them, for obvious reasons, since basic math says 3 winning lanes beats 1 losing lane. These are some of the text chats that you will encounter the most, and the more you play, the more chats you will pick up on that can help you identify the creatures. Now, what do you do when you find the creature? Nothing, at first. Ideally, your mental is strong enough that your gameplay is not affected, but just adapted. If you want to learn how, just watch this video from Coach Leo. He knows his stuff. What you should be paying attention to is if the creature manages to tilt anyone else on your team. That's when you step in. Ignore them, they are Riot agent, we can win. Is a good way to reframe your teammate's perspective from a 5v5 to a 4v5, which, although a bit harder, is still very doable if you're ahead. It also prevents your teammates from following and Inter skulls, which usually are only there to drag your team down with them. Remember to protect your teammates. This is one of the less morally acceptable ways to use chat, but it's lower effort in return for very high reward. I won't go too deep into this topic, but the secret is to not be blatant about trying to tilt opponents. Instead, try to turn them against each other by being sympathetic towards only a few of their teammates. If you're playing ADC, tell the enemy support how well they're playing and how sorry you are that they have that ADC. If you're playing jungle, ask the enemy top laner, why didn't your jungler counter gank? As you're killing them on a gank. It works really well. Memes aside, chat can convey information that no pings could ever do. If your team comp has weaker teamfights, but stronger individual champions, the game should be played through side lanes to encourage 2v2 fights. If your team comp relies on poke damage like Xerath, Jhin, Karma, you have to play teamfights slowly. You also have to play them slow if enemies have strong counter engage, like Braum or Renata comps. If enemies have strong abilities that need to be baited out, you probably want your tankiest teammate to do that. If you need your teammates to bait enemies so you can make a play, there used to be a ping for that, but not anymore, so you'll have to use chat. If you're playing against a Shaco, not only can your laners be ganked after 3 camps, Shaco's first clear is extremely fast, information which you need to tell your laners who might not know that you can't counter gank in time. These are just one of the few examples I can think of, and I'm sure at this point you'd also agree on the benefits of the in-game chat. If you like this video, like the video. Myself, I'll keep trying to climb higher and see if there are any other things the gurus might have missed.